This week on TGC News, SIG drops a pair of guns, Kimber adds some 10 mil, and a tiny thermal optic for your rifle. If you need gun accessories, check out Fab Defense. They have all kinds of parts for the AR platforms, like pistol grips, butt stocks, foregrips, and more. I'm really enjoying this sort of mid-range setup on my digital camo AR with the wrap stock, Gratis grip, and spike bipod. There's also flip-up sights and parts for your AK or even your pistol. From long-range setups to compact AR pistols and everything in between. Fab Defense has something for everyone. To learn more, check out fab-defense.com. Welcome back to another episode of the Gun Collective News, the only gun news show that covers things that you actually care about. My name is John Patton, and we're trying out the green screen. Let us know if you like it. We've done it before. That's kind of how we started. So if you guys want to see it more, let me know. GunCon is coming, and I know I said that last week tickets would be available in June, but that wasn't true. They're available now. There are very limited quantities left, so go over to guncon.net to get yours right now. And please, guys, they are limited, so only grab them if you know you are going to be able to make it. We just added Rapid Fire Rachel and Military Arms Channel to the panelist list, so it's just getting better and better. Now, how about we get into some news? First up this week, SIG has two new guns, a rifle and a pistol. We'll do the pistol first. It's called the P229 Pro. Think of this as a 229 that's been made a bit more modern. At its core, it's a hammer-fired 9mm with a 4-inch barrel and 15-round mags. Whoopity-doo, right? Beyond that, it has some speed holes cut in the front of the slide, SIG's own X-ray day-night sights, which are actually pretty good, and serrations on the front and rear of that slide. The gun also comes with G10 machined grips, and 3 of those 15-round mags. Pretty good. I did some digging around, and it seems like this gun will not be cheap. And since SIG doesn't list prices on their website, we'll do like we always do, and we're just going to make it up. The price for the 229 Pro is about 235 gallons of diesel fuel. Very specific, SIG. That's weird to price your guns like that. Let's keep it moving with the new SIG Cross PRS. It seems like what they've done is take the lightweight rifle they had before and made it a lot heavier and more adapted to competition use. The receiver is the same as the regular Cross, and everything else is kind of changed up from there. It's got a 24-inch heavy barrel in either 308 or 6.5 Creedmoor. The handguard moves to 18, up from 15 inches, and adds an Arca Swiss rail under the entire length of it. You know, because PRS, for whatever PRS guys do with that. They've also added a weighted PRS-style grip with a safety lever that has a thumb rest built into it. So that's a really, really smart idea. I hope that they sell that for like ARs going forward. Like, that is a great idea. On top of that, they have a more pronounced paddle mag release than the prior version, because speed matters here, and they're not really worried about it bumping into things and losing the mag while hunting. And to try and balance out the rear of the gun, they've gone with a steel frame, fully adjustable stock with a big old bag rider under the bottom. All of that steel brings the weight of the rifle up from 6.5 to 6.8 pounds, up to 14.2 pounds. Holy crap. That will likely mean less felt recoil, better follow-up shots, and more stability because of 7.5 pounds of weight added to the gun. Oh, and pricing. Well, we know it won't be a bargain bin item, so let's just have fun with this one. The MSRP for the SIG Cross PRS will be used 2008 Dodge Caravan SXT. Where do I come up with this crap? I wonder what SIG plans to do with so many used Dodge Caravans. Comment your ideas with what they'll do down below. That's really dumb. Yes, I am laughing at my own joke. Next up, Kimber has a few new product line expansions. First, the Rapide line is getting a slight bump with the Rapide Dawn and Rapide Scorpius now being chambered in both 45 and 10 mil. It started in 9. Thank you, Kimber, for recognizing that 10 mil needed to happen. Like, it just needs to happen in all of these. Like, throw 45 out the window. 10 mil. Yes, please. These models are both full-size 1911s with 5-inch barrels, 8-round mags, etc. Blah, 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 blah. Prices on these are $17.33 for the 10 mil and $20 less for the 45. I have no idea why it's $20 less. Then on top of those, they now have compliant models of the R7 Mako, which I'd like to know if you guys want us to review that, so leave a comment below if you want to see that. I'm positive Kimber is watching, so hopefully they'll see your comments and really interact with them. And rounding out the new Kimbers is the Micro 9 Raptor Shadow. This is a black on black setup with night sights and their new TAC Mag 7-round magazines. Pricing on that is $1,018. That's not cheap. Moving on from there, a really unique product from a smaller company called Volker Precision. The product is a new trigger housing for the Ruger 1022 platform. Not super exciting until you find out that the reason there is a giant metal box sticking from the bottom is that it's meant to accept Kel-Tec CP33 magazines. So instead of being limited to 25-round banana mags or a questionable drum mag, you can have a non-drum mag setup with 33 rounds. And potentially, with the available 17-round extensions, have 50 rounds in the mag in your 1022. Now, this setup will come with a proprietary bolt to work like that, and it's likely to not be cheap because of the fanciness of it all. We don't know pricing just yet because it's not out, but we do know that Volker also plans to announce their own chassis for the 1022 around the same time. I'm betting the price will be between $200 and $300, maybe even more, but we really won't know for a little bit, so I'll be keeping an eye out, and I'm sure you guys will too. Speaking of magazines, Shield Arms has something new. For those that aren't aware, Shield Arms created the S15 mag to take the Glock 48 and 43X from 10 rounds up to 15 rounds in the mag. Well, now they've done something similar with the regular Glock 43. Normally, these hold a subpar 6 rounds in the magazine, and thanks to Shield, you can now get the Z9 mag for, you guessed it, 9 rounds in the mag. On top of that, they have a +1 and +3 extension that you can add to have up to 12 rounds in the gun, literally doubling the factory capacity. Now, these are not the cheapest mags out there, but sometimes you pay a little bit for something actually innovative. The mags are $42 each, and the +3 extension is another $40. $82 for a mag is a lot of cash. That's a lot of cash, no doubt about that. But to me, it brings the 43 into a ball game it was left out of when the micro compact market started really blowing up. Capping off our new product news this week is a thermal reflex sight from a company called X-Vision Optics. The product is called the XVT-TR1, and despite the gibberish name, it is a really neat product. In the size of a small reflex red dot, this thing has a complete thermal optic. The resolution on the sensor is 400 by 300, which is outstanding considering that's similar in size to some of the top thermals out there, and that also means it'll have some solid detail. Now, this doesn't mean it's the best quality. I haven't seen it, but I wouldn't be able to tell you guys about that without touching it myself, right? Like, I couldn't tell you if it's really good quality without really seeing the screen myself. That being said, it does remind me of something I saw back in 2015, the Torrey Pines T12. It's a very similar arrangement, but the sensor on the Torrey Pines was an ultra tiny 80 by 60 instead of 400 by 300. Thermals have come a long way, and that's pretty amazing. However, the price makes this one of the most expensive reflex sights out there, if you're kind of comparing it that way. I mean, sure, it's fancy, but yes, it's $2,000. Super cool, but only time will tell if it's worth that price. Hopefully, like we see with cell phones, that price curve will drop as technology increases and blah, blah, blah. Make Ready Arms is your solution for gun-friendly e-commerce. Do you want to customize your site? Yeah, you can do that. You want your own server for ultra reliability? Yeah, you can do that. How about stuff that's made specifically for gun stuff for e-commerce? Yeah, you can do that too. They offer full dropshipping automation from some of the biggest distributors around, so you can basically sell anything. To build your own online gun shop, use our code TGC10 to get 10% off your first month over at MakeReadyArmsWithAZ.com. In Gundustry news this week, we only have a couple things. First up, our friends at MDT, best known for their precision rifle chassis, announced recently that they have acquired a company called Long Range Arms. Long Range Arms is known for their Send It line of electronic levels used in, you guessed it, precision rifle shooting. These level things appear to be super fancy. They kind of indicate with lights and all this internal stuff. And they've also seemed to fit right into the wheelhouse that is MDT's current brands. All of them are sort of in that precision shooting world. I am eager to see how this turns out in the future. Maybe we can get one and test it. Next up, an event that's happening this weekend. Yes, if you're watching this when it comes out, it's this weekend in Utah. Springville, Utah to be exact. It's called Shootah, and it's been going on for a few years now. The basic idea is that there are a ton of companies, from gun brands to optics to accessories, kind of everybody in the space, you name it, and you can go out there, check it out, shoot some stuff, and just have a really good time. I'm going to borrow this next line from one of their ads. This year is going to be one of the biggest years yet, with over 70 businesses registered and awesome shooting opportunities, to include a 50 cal from a BMP tank. Yes, that belongs to Mike Pappas. Hi, Mike. Come for the shooting and stay for the $20,000 raffle that includes many firearms. That sounds like a good time, honestly. And if you're in that area out in Utah, go check it out. I was not paid to say that. They're friends. The organizers are friends of mine, so I wanted to help them out and make sure that you guys knew about it. And that's it. If you enjoyed this show and you want to see more, check out the ad-free version over on floatplane.com. No promos, no nothing. You guys would probably appreciate that. After you click the like button on this video, be sure to go down in the description, check out our link tree with all of the affiliate links and discounts and all that kind of stuff. That would be massive for us. And of course, don't forget to get subscribed for more gun news every single week. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Yep, it's over, but don't worry, you can click on the video up top to watch last week's show, and the one below that is the one that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Check them out and let me know what you think.